Ladies and gentlemen, this is not, in fact, the actual episode of the rounds. But in the spirit of douchey prologues, like when famous directors redo a movie they made 20 or 30 years ago for the 14th time. In the spirit of those douchey prologues, I take an extra moment of your time. As I said, this is not yet your episode of the rounds, but I merely want to draw your attention to the fact that this is kind of interesting and different because it's almost like opening the vault of Brewed There, Drank That. Things were a bit scrappy, even just a year ago. And, I quickly had to learn survival and production skills at the same time. So, that being said, long before I had gained the skill of editing, this episode took place. And it is only with greater irony that I sat with one of my truest friends and a real asshole, and that we were unable to film it in just one go. Now, given that this predates my editing skill, this was an issue, because I had snippets and nothing to do with them. So, when you guys are watching this, I hope you can appreciate the hilarity of Honeybee's Lavender Ale. Thanks you all. You're fucking amazing and I couldn't do it without you. See you later. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first guest ever on the rounds, bringing you the freshest and tastiest in all the brews. I'm Glenn. This is Adam Esquire Yonker.
Everybody pretty much just calls me Yonker.
And for what was supposed to be a sunny day, we've actually got quite the opposite. But being that spring is here, we're bringing it in with something truly homegrown, much like this show. We've got one of the winners from Sam Adams Homebrew, the Longshot competition. This is actually called Honeybee's Lavender Ale. And it was done up by a genius whose name happens to be Caitlin. She lives out in California. Caitlin, I've heard, we're about to taste. I think it's going to be awesome. We'll see what happens.
Is this her?
Yes, this is in fact the cartoon caricature to some varying degree of her. And technically, this is going to be a pale ale. What's different about Honeybee's Lavender Ale is that she actually went to the trouble to use dried lavender petals in addition to some honey to add just a little bit of her personal signature on what a pale ale should be. Comes in at 5.5% alcohol by volume, and we'll see what we got going. Now, we are going guerrilla style. We don't have glasses today, so the bouquet may not come across quite the way it should, but we'll see what happens.
That was my bad.
You know, you actually get both the honey and the lavender, even out of the bottle. That's really interesting.
It's good tasting beer. Got a decent honey kick to it.
And there's actually a properly delivered spice note from the hops.
Yeah.
It's not hop aggressive at all. The hops come through.
Just a mild bitter bite right at the start. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of smooths over with the honey. Yeah.
And
smooths over with the honey.
And the lingering effect is the lavender. You get a little bit of the lavender.
I don't know. I must not have the palate for it. The lavender doesn't come through as much for me, but I don't know. Maybe that's where the honey smooths out at the end. It sticks
around. I think it sticks around with the honey, the malted sweetness of the honey.
Okay. I can dig it.
Wow. I'll give Caitlin mad props. Seriously, you've definitely, more than earned your place amongst the brewers. Damn. That's not bad at all.
Wait, can we swear on this? Consult the legal team. Too bad he's off duty.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All in all, a fantastic American Pale Ale. And it actually goes counter to what would normally be considered an American Pale Ale, which can normally be hop aggressive. We're known as hop fanatics. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I mean? We used to, like, our country used to be given shit for not being able to make beer at all. And now, if we're accused of anything, it's again. Props to Caitlin. I think she did a fantastic variation of an American Pale Ale, and I believe she kind of went counter to that with doing both. Well, not necessarily the honey so much, but the lavender is definitely a signature touch. I think in some varying degrees, it almost resembles tea in that fashion. Honey and lavender would easily be two components of that. And lavender is, hailed overall for its botanical value, but man, that's a really nice pale ale.
Absolutely.
Well, here's to the rounds. I told you, you find a beer, you find a friend, and you fucking make something happen.
I guess you can't fucking swear.
You find a beer, you find a friend, and you make something happen.
You're so full of shit.